How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel known as GreenStormGaming, hosted by your boy Brandon. Yeah, that's right, that's this handsome devil right here. Yeah, alright, that's enough. Nobody wants to see your ugly face any longer, please. Gosh, I don't get paid enough to put up with this crap. Wait, what are you saying? You're saying I don't get paid at all to do this? But why? Oh, that's why. Curse you, YouTube! Moving on. On this channel, we mainly do as the name suggests and play games. Well, mainly archive past streams, but that's the same thing, right? Tomato, tomato, route, potato, nuclear fallout. Never mind on that last one. Just forget I said anything about that. We also do unboxings as well as anything else we really feel like doing, but mainly we play games on this channel. So, noble viewer, you're probably thinking, why am I listening to the ramblings of a madman, and why should I watch their content? Well, good question. Today I hope to shed some light on the inner machinations of my mind, so you can decide for yourself what to make of this crazy enigma we call Brandon. Bonus points if you remember that crazy reference. It's a little bit out there, a little bit old, but bonus points nonetheless. So, I'm going to be going through this thing called the 16 Personalities Test, so you all can understand this man just a little bit better. Links down below if you wish to partake in this test as well. But without further ado, crazy transition time! Seriously, a basic fade with some text that literally reads, transition is the best we can do around here? No. This is the great Brandon from GreenStormGaming we're talking about here. We can't keep going around with this lame crap. Show me something better, now. No, seriously? What is this, PowerPoint from like the 80s? That's it, that's it. I've had enough of this crap. I've had enough of it. I'm going to take care of it. That's it. Alright, here I am back after I dealt with my little issue. Things should be a little bit better now. Now I've taught them a lesson. So here we are on 16personalities.com. Like I said, links down below if you want to take this test. We're going to go ahead and take this test, so it shouldn't be too bad. It is free, no registration required. I am not sponsored, by the way, for this. Just something I thought would be fun to do as a little video on the from the channel. So anybody new to the channel, welcome to the channel. So anyway, takes less than 12 minutes. Answer honestly, even if you don't like the answer. Well, maybe I'll just lie a little bit. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Try not to leave any neutral answers. Okay. So you find it difficult to introduce yourself to other people. I'm gonna say somewhat agree, a little bit of a shy person, but I can at least introduce myself pretty decently. It's usually the stuff that falls after it all falls short. You often get so lost in your thoughts that you ignore or forget your surroundings. That is completely false. I'm always aware of my surroundings. You try to you try to respond to your emails as soon as possible and cannot stand a messy inbox. My inbox is messy, but I do take care of whenever somebody messages me. So I'm gonna go with almost fully agree. The inbox I kind of leave a mess, but whatever. Just not deleting stuff. You never know when you're gonna need it. You find it easy to stay relaxed even when there is some pressure. I'm gonna say slightly disagree. You do not usually initiate conversations. That is actually kind of false. Pretty much false. Actually, I don't know. I know it said not to leave neutral, but I'm gonna leave neutral on that one because that's a weird one. You rarely do something just out of sheer curiosity. That is completely false. That is completely false. So, you feel superior to other people. Oh, completely disagree. Completely disagree. Being organized is more important to you than being adaptable. I'm gonna say strongly disagree. I mean, organization is important, but being adaptable is really good. You're usually highly motivated and energetic. I'm not really an energetic person, honestly. I'm gonna go disagree. Winning a debate matters less to you than making sure no one gets upset. I'm kind of headstrong. On that type of stuff. Who cares about feelings, am I right? Anyway, you often feel as if you have to justify yourself to other people. Yeah, kinda gotta agree on that one. Your home and work environments are quite tidy. Well, they're decent. I'd say they're decent. Not the best, but they're up there. They're pretty good. You do not mind being at the center of attention. Disagree completely. I was about to say, I hate being the center of attention. You consider yourself more practical than creative. The problem is like, I like being practical and I like being creative too. But I always come up with creative solutions to be practical. So you consider yourself more practical than creative. I'd have to go with strongly disagree on that one. People can rarely upset you. Except for when I'm driving, am I right? But yeah, well, it really takes a lot to upset me. But whenever I do get upset, it's not good. Not good. Your travel plans are usually well thought out. For the most part, yes, I do like knowing what to do, but I'm fine with going out on a whim and doing stuff completely because I love flying by the seat of your pants, whatever. It's often difficult for you to relate to other people's feelings. It's often difficult. No, I can relate pretty easily. Your mood can change very quickly. Yeah, I would say so. It can go south or north pretty quickly. In discussion, truth should be more important than people's sensitivities. I completely agree. But at the same time, I don't know, kind of like being a little aware, whatever. You really worry about how your actions affect people. I'm gonna say disagree. Your work style is closer to random energy spikes than to a methodical and organized approach. That's false. I like having a little bit of a method going in when it comes to work. So, let's see. You are often envious of others. Nah, I'm not envious. Of course, I do wish I was a little bit better looking, if you understand myself there. An interesting book or video game is often better than a social... Oh, completely agree. Being able to develop a plan and stick to it is the most important part of every project. I kind of agree, but sometimes things don't go your way. You rarely get carried away by fantasies and ideas. I gotta disagree on that one. I'm kind of a creative style person. You often find yourself lost in thought when you're walking in nature. Completely agree. I'm always thinking, no matter what, even if I'm laying down to go to sleep, I'm always thinking of something. How I can improve this, I could do this, what I need to learn, blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's not fun. If someone does not respond to your email quickly, you start worrying if you said something wrong. I gotta agree on that one. As a parent, you would rather see your child grow up kind than smart. Kind than smart. Ooh, that's a tough one. Because yes, I do appreciate them being kind, but I don't know. I'd much rather them. I don't know. For my personality, I gotta go with disagree. You do not let other people influence your actions. That is completely true. I do not let anybody. Unless they're reasonable, you know. It's not like I'm gonna fall. Hey, you want to go drink this bottle of whiskey? No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. So you do not let other people influence your actions. Completely agree. When you sleep, your dreams tend to focus on the real world and its events. Somewhat. Every now and then, it can be a little fantastical. It does not take you much time to start getting involved in social activities at your new workplace. That is completely false. Completely false. You are more of a natural improviser than a careful planner. I do plan, but I can't improvise. I gotta be a little bit more on the improvise/creative side on that one. Your emotions control you more than you control them. I'm a I'm gonna have to disagree on that one. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree on that one. You enjoy going to social you enjoy going to social events that involve dress up or roleplay activities. Yeah, it's pretty fun to do stuff like that. You often spend time exploring unrealistic and impractical yet intriguing ideas. Absolutely, I do. You would rather improvise than spend time coming up with a detail. What is all this improvisation versus coming up with a stinking plan? I mean, come on. Give me a little bit of a break here for the love of Pete. You would rather improvise than spend time coming up with a detailed plan. False. You gotta come up with that plan first, then you improvise if things go south. You are a relatively reserved and quiet person. Completely agree. If you had a business, you would find it very difficult to fire loyal but underperforming employees. If you had a business, you would find it very difficult to loyal but underperforming. Slightly agree. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence. I gotta go on that one. Well, not that strong, but yeah, I do think about that stuff. Logic is usually more important than heart when it comes to making important decisions. I'm going to agree with that one. Keeping your options open is more important than having a to-do list. Keeping your options open is more important than having a to-do... What? Keeping your options open is more important than having a to-do list. I'm not... Keeping your options open is more important than having a to-do list. I don't know, I wish there was like a save and come back option. Let's just go to the next one, then we'll come back to that. If your friend is sad about something, you're more likely to offer emotional support than suggest ways to deal with the problem. That is not true. I'd much rather help them come up with a solution than just be like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. You weren't... It was their fault. They were not your type. Now, I'd much rather say, look, you need to work on this emotionalness here, start becoming a little bit more connected to your partner, and start being a little bit more honest. Just because you can't have a relationship without honesty. So anyway, if your friend is sad about something, you're more likely to offer emotional support than suggest a way. That is completely not true. Keeping your options open is more important than having a to-do list. I'm just going to have to agree with that one. I think I know what it means. Not 100% certain. You rarely feel insecure. That is false. Completely. Low self-esteem right here. You have no difficulties coming up with a personal timetable and sticking to it. Somewhat, yeah. Being right is more important than being cooperative when it comes to teamwork. Nah, not really. I disagree with that one. That one. Come on, there we go. You think that everyone's views should be respected regardless of whether they are supported by facts or not. Somewhat, yes. I mean, I do like facts, but I do get where people come from. Even if there aren't facts, I do get it. You feel more energetic after spending time with a group of people. That is false. You frequently misplace your things. You frequently misplace your things. Okay, frequently, I disagree. I do misplace some things, but not frequently. You see yourself as a very emotionally stable. Somewhat agree. I mean, I do have those moments, but yeah. Your mind is always buzzing with unexplored ideas and plans. Completely agree. You would not call yourself a dreamer. I'm gonna go false. Strongly false, because I do a lot of dreaming, like that type of stuff. You usually find it difficult to relax when talking in front of many people. Completely agree. That's why I don't like doing the webcam type stuff. Even if I know that nobody's like right there in front of me there and then, it's just like, oh, I can't do it. It's my social anxiety kicking in. I'm just making sure I answer that correctly. Usually find it difficult to relax when people talking. Yeah, okay. Generally speaking, you rely more on your experience than your imagination. That is false. I rely on both, but I do like using my imagination quite a bit. You worry too much about what other people think. Yes. Yes, completely. If the room is full, you stay closer to the walls, avoiding the center. Completely agree. You have a tendency to procrastinate until there's not enough time to do everything. Oh, completely disagree. I'm not. I've learned that from college. Do not be a procrastinator. It does not work out. Trust me, when you have like tests and projects to do, it doesn't work. Oh, you have a tendency to procrastinate until there's not enough time to do everything. Yeah, okay. You feel very anxious in stressful situations. Yeah, I am very anxious. You believe that it is more rewarding to be liked by others than to be powerful. I gotta kind of disagree. Well, no, agree. Somewhat agree. You have always been interested in unconventional and ambiguous things, ergo, in books, arts, and yeah, completely agree. I've always been that way with abstract art and everything. Also, too, I've always had like a fascination with architecture, which is kind of a little bit out there. You often take initiative in social situations. Yeah, disagree. Oh, we're already to the end? That was quick. Oh, I'll say, are we just gonna stop there? Okay, so what are we? Your personality type is the advocate. Here, let me show you the right path. So, the mind, definitely introverted, I would agree. 85%, goodness gracious, that is a hardcore introvert. Energy, we are intuitive rather than observant, okay. Nature, I'm more on the feeling side than thinking. I would agree with that. Tactics, judging versus prospect, I am pretty judging on that type of stuff. Identity, turbulent versus assertive. This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. That could make sense. Start reading, please. Thank you. So, what we got here for the advocate? The advocate personality type is very rare, making up less than 1% of the population. Hey, look at me, I'm special. But they nonetheless leave their mark on the world. As members of the diplomat role group, advocates have an inborn sense of idealism and morality. But what sets them apart is that they are not idle dreamers, but people capable of taking concrete steps to realize their goals and make a lasting positive impact. Okay, sounds pretty cool. Advocates tend to see helping others as their purpose in life, but while people with this personality type can be found engaging in rescue efforts and doing charity work, their real passion is to get to the heart of the issue so that people need not to be rescued completely. I like helping out people. I do like doing community service, especially for those that, like here locally we have a Wayside Christian Ministry that I used to work for do like classes and stuff. It was really fun. But yes, I do completely agree. I do like to get to the root of the problem and help the situation make it better. So help me help you. Advocate indeed shares a unique combination of traits. Though soft-spoken, they have very strong opinions and will fight tirelessly for an idea they believe in. Completely agree. They are decisive, and strong-willed, but will rarely use that energy for personal gain. Advocates will act with creativity, imagination, conviction, and sensitivity, not to create advantage, but to create balance. Egalitarianism, that is a hard word to say for me, and karma are very attractive ideas to advocates, and they tend to believe that nothing would help the world so much as using love and compassion to soften the heart of tyrants. Every man must decide whether he will walk in the light of creative altruism or in the darkness of destructive selflessness. Martin Luther King. Interesting. Advocates find it easy to make connections with others, and have a talent for warm, sensitive language, speaking in human terms rather than with pure logic. In fact, it makes sense that their friends and colleagues will come to think of them as quiet, extroverted types. But they would all do well to remember that advocates need time alone to decompress and recharge, and to not become too alarmed when they suddenly withdraw. Advocates take great care of others' feelings, and they expect the favor to be returned. Sometimes that means giving them the space that they need for a few days. This is very interesting. Very close to what I am, really. Live to fight another day. Really, though, it is most important for advocates to remember to take care of themselves. The passion of their convictions is perfectly capable of carrying them past their breaking point. And if their zeal gets out of hand, they can find themselves exhausted, unhealthy, and stressed completely. This becomes especially apparent when advocates find themselves up against conflict and criticism. Their sensitivity forces them to do everything that they can to evade these seemingly personal attacks, but when the circumstances are unavoidable, they can fight back in highly irrational, unhelpful ways. To advocates, the world is a place full of inequity, but it doesn't have to be. No other personality type is better suited to create a movement to right or wrong, no matter how big or small. Advocates just need to remember that while they're busy taking care of the world, they need to take care of themselves too. That is very awesome. That is very awesome. So advocates you may know: Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, Alanis Morissette. No, I haven't heard of you. Jimmy Carter, definitely heard of you. Nicole Kidman, heard. Yep. Go with Morgan Freeman. I can't do that. Jon Snow, cool. It's like my favorite character from Game of Thrones, honestly. James Wilson, Aragon. I'm not going to try. Michael Scofield, Rose Bukatia, Desmond, Aramis. Okay, really cool. Strengths and weaknesses. What we got here? We are creative, insightful, inspiring, and decisive, altruistic. Advocate weaknesses is sensitive, extremely private, perfectionistic, always need to have a cause, and can burn out easily. I'm sorry, I'm kind of skimming over those, but if you want to read them, you can. I may go back and read them later, but I don't want to bore you all to death by reading it all the way out. Romantic relationships. Alright. When it comes to romantic, I just want to see, is this for real? Well, sure, why not? When it comes to romantic relationships, advocates take the process of finding a partner seriously, not ones for casual encounters. People with the advocate personality type instead look for depth and meaning in a relationship completely. I'd much rather date like my best friend than just somebody that I randomly see that I think looks nice, but I'd much rather know them on a deeper connection before I ever did any sort of commitment. Okay, let's just stop talking about myself. That's not so much to be sharing for everybody. Ignore that. Not one of the advocates will take the time necessary to find someone that they truly connect with. Once they've found that someone, their relationships will reach a full level of depth and sincerity that most people can only dream of. Getting to that point can sometimes be a challenge for potential partners, especially if they are the impatient type, as advocates are often perfectionistic and picky. People with this personality type aren't easily talked into something that they don't want, and if someone doesn't pick up on that, it's a trespass that is unlikely to be forgiven, particularly in the early stages of dating completely. Even worse is if a suitor tries to resort to manipulation or lying, as advocates will see right through it, and if there's anything that they have or tolerance for in a relationship, it is inauthenticity. Oh my gosh, that is so true. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna keep going. Just gonna keep skimming. I'll show it off. I'll just go through the thing. Closed book and speed reader. Like finding a needle on a haystack. Parenthood. Advocate parents. Be unique, just like me. A job well done. Career paths. Truth, beauty, and purpose. Let's see. 2 rows diverged in a yellowed wood. Okay. I know I'm just going through these real quickly, so if you all want to read them, you can. I'll definitely go back and read them, but like I said, I don't want to bore you all half to death on all this. So yeah, are you ready to begin your journey? Then continue to the next section? Well, yeah, no, I'm not doing the academy, okay? But anyway, this was actually really cool, I'm not gonna lie. It actually hit me to a T, honestly, on my personality. So if you really want to check this out, definitely check it out in the links below, because this is actually really cool, I must admit, very cool. Alright, so that's going to do it for this crazy person right here, because that was actually pretty cool. I gotta admit, that was very cool to see that was actually my personality type, because it actually reflects completely what I am. Because honestly, I am kind of crazy talking to a camera right now, but you know, whatever. But anyway, without further ado, honestly, if you want to have more fun with this channel, make sure to click whatever button on the screen or down below, whatever that you want. Check out our Patreon and Discord for more awesome content that we do, especially our Discord if you want to get in contact with us, because that's really our best way to communicate out to people. I mean, you can always, we always message back on YouTube right now, since we're so small, so please help us. But anyway, yeah, definitely check out our Discord if you want to get in better contact with us. But without further ado, that's going to be enough for me. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to leave you all to it. And yeah, I'm just going to close it out like that. So anyway, well, thank you all so much for watching. Hope that you all have a fantastic rest of the day. But for right now, this is Brandon signing off. Peace, people.